Traoré, and at just 37 years old, he is currently the youngest leader in all of Africa. Imagine that. At an age when most of us are still trying to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet, this guy is running a country. He came to power in September 2022, not through an election, but through a military coup. This move instantly made him a figure of intense interest, not just in his home country, but across the entire continent. The reason so many people, especially young Africans, are paying attention is because of what he says. Traoré speaks a language of self-reliance and true independence. He stands up and says that Africa should control its own destiny, its own resources, and not be tied to its former colonial rulers. For many young people who feel let down by older generations of leaders and frustrated with outside influence, this message is powerful. It's like hearing a new song with a beat you can finally dance to. A message that feels fresh, bold, and unapologetically African in a world that often tries to tell Africa what it should be. His rise to fame wasn't just about taking power, it was about the image he projected. He often appears in military fatigues, looking serious and determined, a stark contrast to the suits and ties of many other world leaders. This visual, combined with his strong words, has created a powerful brand. He is seen by his supporters as a revolutionary, a modern-day Thomas Sankara, another charismatic leader from Burkina Faso's past. This has helped him build a strong base of support, with people genuinely believing he can bring about the change they have been waiting so long to see, a real break from the past. Of course, becoming famous this way is a double-edged sword. When you arrive on the scene by force, you immediately create division. While his supporters see a hero, his critics see a military man who has overturned a fragile democratic process. They worry about what this means for the rule of law and the stability of the nation. The international community also raises an eyebrow, because coups are generally frowned upon. So, from the very beginning, Captain Traoré has been a figure who inspires both incredible hope and deep concern, a man walking a tightrope between being a savior and being a problem. One of Captain Traoré's first big moves was to change his country's international friendships. For a very long time, Burkina Faso had a close relationship with France, its former colonial power. But Traoré said, enough of that. He decided to cut many of these long-standing ties. He kicked out the French ambassador and ordered French troops, who were there to help fight extremists, to leave the country. This was a huge statement. It was like breaking up with a very, very old and powerful ex. He argued that these relationships hadn't really helped his country and that it was time for Burkina Faso to stand on its own 2 feet. As he was closing the door on France, he was opening a new one to another global power, Russia. This pivot has been very noticeable. Traoré has